Samuel P. Huntington, Who Are We? The Challenges to America's National Identity. Dive into the insightful exploration of America's identity crisis in the summary of Samuel P. Huntington's book, Who Are We? The Challenges to America's National Identity. As you navigate through the complex landscape of American identity, uncover the origins, key highlights, and possible future directions for defining what it means to be an American. Delve into the intricacies surrounding America's diverse cultural, linguistic, and religious fabric, as well as the challenges posed by immigration and national identity in the present day. This engaging summary will provide a comprehensive understanding of the factors shaping the identity of a nation that has historically thrived on unity and shared values, and the critical question, who are we?
The American Identity Crisis. The idea of American identity has had a slow and tumultuous journey. America's British settlers did not think of themselves as anything but English until shortly before the American Revolution. Even supporters of the Revolution did not share a common understanding of American identity. It took time for an American identity to form, and it reached its peak during World War II. However, it suffered a crisis during the Civil War, and in recent times, it has become an object of ridicule in elite circles. The post-September 11 flags symbolized America, but they did not convey a meaning of America. In fact, the 9/11 attack sparked an identity crisis, leading to 4 possible future American identities, based on ideology, language, conflict and intolerance, or tradition. The power of identity. Identity is more than just a self-sense, it shapes behavior and is both individual and collective. People construct their identities, from being part of multiple groups to the way they dress and work. However, group identities are difficult to change and disappear when the core defining them is lost. Identities are built through imagination and can center around territory, economics, culture, and politics. Interactions can shape identities, and dominant groups can impose certain characteristics on minorities, who may either accept or fight them. Overall, our identities are powerful entities that influence our actions and relationships. The core culture of America. America is not just a nation of immigrants, and its political creed is not its singular identity. The core culture of America is largely shaped by the legacy of the original settlers, white, predominantly British Protestants who inhabited the 13 colonies. The American identity is a blend of Christianity, the work ethic, English language, and the rule of law. Religion has had a great influence on the American identity, making it more religiously inclined than other nations. Additionally, work is central to the American identity, and English is its language. The rule of law and limited state power also contribute heavily to the core culture of America. The American heroes are those who have fought to restrict the power of the state. These elements have created a distinct American identity that is more complex than just a nation of immigrants or a political creed. The intense religious nature of America. America is an intensely religious country, and this can be observed through various studies that show how the level of religiosity is inversely correlated with economic development. If America had the same level of religiosity as economically developed nations, only 5% of Americans would consider religion as highly important to them. Historically, Protestantism has been the predominant strain of American religion, and various anti-Catholic measures have been part of America's cultural legacy. However, the Hispanic population's rise in America suggests that the traditional Anglo-Protestant culture may be under threat from Spanish Catholic influences. Despite this, America has a strong civil religion that is made up of 4 cardinal elements: recognition of God in the government, belief in being a chosen people with a divine destiny, use of quasi-religious rituals, and the presence of chaplains in the army and invocation in ceremonies. The evolution of American identity. American identity is a flexible construct that can be reformed over time. The emergence of the American identity came before the Declaration of Independence and developed in phases from state identity domination to a strong national identity. However, the breakdown of American identity began in the 1960s to 1970s when people started identifying themselves based on racial, ethnic, general, or cultural traits. The September 11, 2001, attacks resurrected American identity, and it remains to be seen if this resurrection is permanent. Deconstructionism and the threat to American identity. The rise of deconstructionism presents a danger to the traditional American identity. Deconstructionists reject the idea of a melting pot and instead advocate for a salad metaphor where cultural differences are celebrated and preserved. However, this movement is not embraced by most Americans, and the use of racial preferences and bilingual education is a politically contested issue. Additionally, the influx of Latin American, Asian, and Arab Muslim immigrants raises the question of whether they will assimilate easily into American society. The development of transnational entities has produced an American elite with little attachment to national identity, while many foreign governments use their diaspora populations to influence American public policy. Despite these challenges, the overwhelming majority of Americans remain committed to preserving and strengthening the American identity that has existed for centuries. Future of American identity. The future of the American identity lies in four significant trends. Firstly, white Americans no longer identify their ethnicity with their identity. The second trend is the removal of racial distinctions and identities due to intermarriage. Thirdly, the Hispanic community is pushing America towards bilingualism and biculturalism. Finally, American elites no longer see national identity as relevant. These trends will significantly impact the future of American identity.
In conclusion, Who Are We? The Challenges to America's National Identity by Samuel P. Huntington provides an enlightening analysis of the complex and evolving nature of American identity through history and the present day. The book expertly elucidates the central constituents and constants of identity, while highlighting the key challenges posed by immigration, diverse cultures, and the shift in national perspective. Huntington's exploration of the potential future identities for America offers an intriguing and thought-provoking examination of the very essence of nationhood and self-definition. Understanding the dynamics of American identity will continue to be vital as the nation grapples with its inherent diversity, challenges from within, and the influence of a rapidly changing global landscape.